Good morning, this is German Llanos. I'm the managing broker of 24-hour real estate. Today I want to talk to you about condo ownership, townhouse ownership. So recently a client reached out to me and he told me, hey, I was working with a different realtor, ended up buying a condo, and there were a lot of problems involved because it seems that the realtor that he was working didn't perform a due diligence upfront on the property. Okay, so when you buy a condo, you're not buying land itself. You don't own the whole thing by yourself. There's other people, and there's other organizations, institutions that are related to that purchase. So there's a board of owners. There's a board of directors that usually take decisions on behalf of that condo association, okay? And most of the time there's a property management company that follow what the board of owners tell them to do. There are rules and regulations in that specific building, that specific subdivision that you need. So it's not that sometimes that you can do whatever you want, like if you would buy the land in a single family property or in a 2-flat or in a T-flat, you need to go by those rules and regulations that are stipulated when you buy the condo. And it would be great, you should know those rules and regulations before you buy, right? I think that's something basic, but many people don't do that. Many people, even they may get through the attorney these rules and regulations, but they don't read them, so they don't know what they're really buying, right? So when you buy a condo, most of realtors, they say, oh, how much are in reserves in the association? And they give you a number. They say, oh yeah, building is solid, there's $30,000 in reserves. But the problem that I have is that $30,000 might be good for a 4-unit, maybe for an 8-unit building, I don't know, assuming that there's no further repairs or maintenance issues. But it might not be so great, let's say, for a 400-unit building, right? So you need to dig into the situation, not only of the property, but also in the situation of the whole building itself. Because you might be jumping into a property that might be a can of worms, that might be full of problems. So you need to at least be aware of what the problems are, right? So make sure that your attorney and your realtor do with you a due diligence. Make sure to perform a due diligence. So you need to ask for budgets. You need to see the whole financial statements of this condo association. You need to know, and you need to read them. Many people ask them, and again, you need to read them, you need to analyze them. You need to find out what are those deferred maintenance issues. Like within COVID, many people stopped repairing many things that were necessary. So let's say that people were losing their jobs in 2020 and there were some needed repairs in certain buildings. So the board said, well, this year we're not going to pass any special assessment because everybody's tight financially. The government doesn't allow them to work, So there might be some deferred maintenance issue. However, if you don't do it within time, they become a bigger problem, right? Like anything else. So we have that situation. You also want to make sure that the attorney and the realtor perform a due diligence and find out if there's any pending litigation. You want to make sure that maybe someone is suing the building for some reason, and then by owning a unit there, then now you're liable too as part of this condo association, right? So you want to know if there's something like that going on. There's supposed to be a condo questionnaire where people address those questions, but I all the time try to double ask. They might say that there's no pending special assessments, but sometimes it's something that is not, they don't disclose. They only disclose what the special assessments that they've been approved, but there might be conversations towards a future special assessment that it hasn't been approved, so it's not disclosed. You see my point? So you also want to review, for instance, the condo association meetings, okay? So when the association gets together from time to time, they talk and they keep some minutes. So there's some document that they tell people what they have talked in those meetings, okay? So you want to be aware about those conversations. Those are very important, okay? You want to double ask, and when you perform your inspection, you want to say, okay, how does that roof looks like? Is being properly maintained? What is the life expectancy from that roof? Same about the masonry, because these are items that they usually require ongoing maintenance. But it's different that if the roof has been changed within the last 2 years, that if the roof that was changed last time 20 years ago. Now you know that there's an upcoming expense soon, right? So best thing you can do is call me. I can always help you. I would love to represent you in Chicago, in Dallas, or if you're in any other city, I can find partners that can help you out. But I would love to answer your questions. I would love to see you in my comments. Please subscribe, hit the subscribe button in my channel. And I'm looking forward to meet you, answer all your questions, and help you to meet all your financial real estate goals, okay? Have a great week. This is German Llanos. I'm the managing broker of 24 Hour Real Estate. Thank you.